states that code. But those days are gone. Presenting our project, EVM. This is our project for ESE 519 class. This is the embedded virtual machine which we have worked over the few weeks. And we are showing basically here we have 3 nodes that are based on like this is my node 1, this is node 2 and node 3, and we have a front end GUI here, and we'll be showing how we can send code updates from one node to another, and also we will be showing how to send parameters over the from one node to another. So now just doing a reset of all these nodes. We have a 7 segment display to show just a simple program that counts from 1 to 9, and when we'll be sending a code update, then it will start decrementing. So now it's just started. The sender is the master has started its execution now. So you can see the 2 nodes are alive. When a node is dead, it turns red, and I can see what's happening on the master here. And I have 2 functionalities here: send code update and send parameters. So now node 1 will node 1 is about to transmit tasks to node 2. So now it's just transmitted, and now we're showing that the state here. So when we now we can show that if we send a task, when we send a parameters update, it will change the state. And this is another task of counting numbers. It's just counting in the from 0 to 9. Now when I do a code update from here, it should start decrementing. Now you can see the code has been updated. Now it started decrementing, and now I'll show how we can do a parameters. We can send new parameters. Initially it was 50, and now you see it's changed to 90.
Transferred between wireless nodes, and in the case of a failure of a node, how a task can be transferred to another subsidiary node, and the task will start executing from the state where it was left off on the node in which the node that died. So here we have 3 nodes. This is node 1, this is node 2, and this is node 3, and we have a
GUI here that will show what's going on at the nodes. This is node 2, this is node 3, and if a node dies, it will just turn red in between. So here in this demo we'll be showing how if a node dies, node 1 will detect it's dead, and it will just transfer the task along with preserving the states. So now we are resetting the node 1. And now I'm just opening the port number for which node 1 is connected to, so that I can view the terminal also itself here. Click open. Now I can see what's going on at the terminal for node 1. Here I have task transmission states. So on what state is node 2 and what state is at node 3, we can see here. Like node 2 is in task. We have a state machine implemented at both the nodes, and here on this GUI we can see on which state is the particular node is. So as you can see here, its function name transmission is going on. Now code is being transmitted from node 1 to node 2. So now it's initiating a task node 2. The task is a simple function for counting 0 to 9. So you can see here it started counting from 0. It's at 1 now. It's just counting from 1, 2, and I'll kill it in between, and I'll show how the state will be preserved and it will be transferred to a different node by node 1. So now I'm just killing this node. The node 1 will check which is the next alive node and it will transfer the task. Now you see that it detected that node has died. So now it will start finding the next alive node. Now see, you can see that node 3 went into task. It's getting the task parameters from node 1. Now it's getting the function names. Node 1 is transmitting the function code to node 3. So it's sending the task now, initial task. So now you can see it started from 4 because we had killed the node at 3, and hence our state is preserved and the task is executing normally from where it left on at node 2 when it died.